welcome in one of the stars of the Ocean City girls basketball team, senior Michaela Baker. Morning, Mickey.
Good morning, Sully. How are you?
Hey, I'm surprised you're up. I know we spoke a little bit last night on Twitter trying to set this interview up, and I thought you'd be sleeping till noon today after that game last night.
Yeah, I don't know. I get up early.
So before we get into talking about the season and last night, do these high school kids, do you guys sit around and practice in the locker room your post-game speeches and your post-game interviews?
No, we do not.
No? Come on.
No.
I was talking to Mike Frankel of SNJ today earlier on the show, and it's just amazing to me how these high school kids can handle themselves so well in post-game interviews. When I was in high school and remember back to when I was 17, I barely even spoke to my parents, much less sports reporters. It's kind of neat to see how well you guys handle yourselves in these post-game interviews. Is that something that you ever think about, or you just kind of react after the game?
I think over the years, the course of your high school career, you learn how to do it and how to talk positively and about your team. And I think just after the game, you have a lot of adrenaline, so a lot of it just comes to you when you're talking.
What was it like the first time you got interviewed? Were you scared?
Yes, I was very scared. And I still stutter when I talk to people, but I stuttered a lot. And I was all over the place in my answers.
You're like, oh, God, I hope they don't print that.
Yeah, no. And then if they took a picture, it was not a good one.
So tell me about this season. You were the one returning starter from last year's team that made it to the state championship game. So you guys had a lot of work to do coming into this season. A lot of players that really hadn't had much varsity experience. They were either coming off the bench or playing junior varsity. What was that like at the beginning of the year, kind of yourself and Kylie Wires, the other senior, trying to build this team up really from the ground up?
I think in the beginning it was a little bit difficult. We were unsure of what kind of team we would be this year, and we knew that there was a lot of doubt coming from outside sources of our program, and I think that helped motivate us throughout our season. We knew that we were capable of winning a South Jersey, and we were even capable of winning a state title. It just fell last night. We didn't play our games. But throughout the season, I think we worked really hard to come together as a team. We all had to help support each other a lot because I was the only starter. So a lot of the girls hadn't come off the bench even in the past seasons. So they had a lot of work to do, and they all stepped it up and played great throughout the season. And Coach Brufy led us the whole way, and he helped support us too. And the only people that believed in us, I think, were our program, and we knew that we were capable of those things. And I think in the South Jersey game, we showed it, what we were capable of.
Mickey, one thing that really struck me that Kylie said last night was how grateful she was for all the opportunities she's had in the Ocean City girls basketball program. And that might sound odd to an outsider when you think about, hey, she's only been a starter for one season, but it really shows what kind of teammate and player she is to be able to stick it out for 3 years, either playing junior varsity or sitting on the bench. And you don't see that too often in high school sports. It's kind of like, hey, if I'm not starting, it's the coach's fault, or I'm not being treated well, and really shows a lot about her character. And I think that was really part of the glue that held this team together throughout the season was players like that who know that it's going to take a lot of work to earn their starting position under a guy like Coach Baruffi.
Kylie's very selfless, and from the start, Baruffi has always had the mindset that you work for what you get and that your time will come, and Kylie knew that and she understood that. And obviously everybody struggles with that. Everybody wants to play, but at the end of the day, you know that there are people better than you or that have been there longer, worked harder than you, and that your time will ultimately come your senior year. And Kylie is very, very, very selfless. Throughout her career, she understood that, and we all understand our program and how it works, and in the end, when you're a senior, you ultimately will play more because you've waited 4 years with Baruffi, which is a lot, and Ocean City program is nothing to mess with, and we all work very hard every year.
We're talking with Michaela Baker, senior forward for the Ocean City girls basketball team. And Michaela, at what point of the season did you realize, like, hey, we got a pretty special group here? I know you had that losing streak in the mid-January. What did that teach you about yourselves? Because that was the only losing streak you've ever had in your high school basketball career.
I think it gave us some momentum in the end because we realized that we were capable of losing games, but we were also capable of beating really good teams. And I think, like, during that losing streak, it was mainly like the loss of our starters and stuff. We weren't all gelled together yet. I think that helped motivate us for the rest of the games, and we knew that if we wanted to stay in these tournaments that we had to play better and as a team, and I think we ended up doing that.
Mickey, looking back on your high school basketball career, I know you still have one more track season to go, but on your basketball career, anything in particular stand out? I mean, you've had so many great moments and so many championships. You guys won 3 straight South Jersey championships, 2 Cape Atlantic League championships, and about 100 games during your 4 years. What really stands out in your mind, and what will you remember most about your high school basketball career?
I really liked going to Disney last year. I think that's an awesome experience. And my freshman year we went too, but obviously I didn't play a little bit maybe. But I got to see it my freshman year and like what it was like spending a few days with your team, like outside of Ocean City, playing basketball in a fun environment. And then last year I was a part of it all, and the 4 seniors are my best friends. So I think we really came together during that tournament, and that's what led to our success the rest of the year. And last year I really liked winning the South Jersey title. I remember hugging Grace and Rosalie after. And then this year, winning the South Jersey title, it meant a lot because me and Kylie were seniors, and I know how much she wanted it and how much we both worked for it, and that meant a lot.
So are you actually gonna take a day off today or tomorrow? You probably feel like you've been running every day for the last 4 years as a cross-country runner, track, and basketball. You don't get too much time to rest and kind of recuperate.
Yeah, I take lots of naps throughout the day. But I think I'm going to take a 2 or 3 weeks off. I have to heal my foot before I start running. So, yeah.
Michaela, we're up against the break here. I'm going to have to let you go. But real quickly, what has it meant to be part of the Ocean City girls basketball program, one of the best programs in the state, and obviously a great coaching staff? And I'm sure it's helped you mature a lot as a young lady. And real briefly, just tell us what it's meant to you to be a part of that program.
To be a part of Ocean City program, it's meant a lot to me. I think it shaped me into the player that I am today. The person that I am, I've learned a lot. Having Coach Brufy as my coach these past 4 years, he is a hard coach, but like I've said in my other interviews, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet on and off the court, even when he's yelling. I met a lot of my best friends on the team. I've learned discipline throughout this program and to be more of a selfless player, and that not everything will come to you. You have to work hard for it. And I'm very grateful for this experience that I was given. And I wish the Ocean City team the best of luck for the next whatever years, and Brufy too, and all the other coaches.
Well, Mickey, it's been a pleasure covering your high school career, and we wish you continued success. I know you've been a great student throughout your 4 years, and looking forward to a college career in track at Monmouth University. Congratulations on all your success. And like I said, for myself and the other sports reporters, it's been a pleasure covering your career and speaking with you after games.
Thank you, Sully. It was great to know you guys, too.
All right, enjoy the weekend, get some rest, and we'll look forward to you seeing you on the track this spring.
Okay, thank you, you too. Bye.
That was Michaela Baker, outstanding senior. I think she's also got like a 3.8, 3.9 GPA, so getting it done in the classroom as well. So we appreciate her taking a few minutes talking about the Ocean City season.